Cabinet also approved the principles of the Broadcasting Services Amendment Bill as presented by the Minister of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services. The amendments seek to harmonize the Broadcasting Services Act, Chapter 12.06, with Section 61 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. The principles of the proposed Broadcasting Services Amendment Bill provides as follows: that every person has the right to freedom of expression and freedom of media. That freedom of expression and freedom of the media excludes incitement to violence, excludes advocacy of hatred or hate speech, malicious injury to a person's reputation or dignity, and malicious or unwarranted breach of a person's right to privacy. It also talks to the freedom to establish broadcasting and other electronic media of communication subject only to state licensing procedures. That all state-owned media of communication must be impartial and free to determine independently the editorial content of their broadcasts. That the Act is subject to the Public Entities Corporate Governance Act, Chapter 10.31, whose provisions apply to all public entities, including the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe, BARS. That Section 2A of the Principal Act, the Broadcasting Services Act, be amended to indicate that the role of BAZ is to regulate and supervise rather than to control broadcasting services bans. That the objectives of the Broadcasting Services Act be broadened to address the diversity of opinions, ideas, values, artistic creativity, and talent of citizens in programming in order to advance the freedom of expression, multiculturalism, and linguistic plurality. That there be transparency and accountability in the appointment of members of the board. That the use of officially recognized languages by broadcasters, including sign language and subtitling in order to cater for those with hearing impairment, be promoted. That there be local content quotas for multiple channel television licenses except for an international focused national Zimbabwe television channel. That the local content quota requirements for sports channels be lowered in recognition of the universal nature of sporting events. And finally, that the Broadcasting and Communications Authority, BARS, be established through a merging of the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe and the Postal and Telecommunications Authority of Zimbabwe, which